Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Happy New Year, happy 2025. I'm very late to jump on the vision board getting your life ready for 2025 trend, but it is currently the 7th of January and it's not too late to start. I've just only finished setting up all my goals, doing all the prep, and I still need to do my vision board, which I'm going to do today. One thing that I did differently this year compared to 2024 was that I actually made a life binder. So in my life binder, I made a mini vision board and I split my goals up into 4 categories that I really wanted to focus on. I made my habit trackers for the month. I put down a reading list because one of my goals is to read more. I put down other things I want to keep track of during the year, and I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to make 2025 my bitch. So first things first is I need to print out my life binder, and I need to actually buy a binder, buy some binder tabs that separate the pages, I don't know what they're called, and also the sleeves that the paper goes in. To a great start, I don't know what the heck I'm doing. And then I'm also going to print it all out, print out my photos and buy a piece of paper for my vision board. I'm really hoping that I have a glue stick home. So next stop is warehouse stationery. Okay, so it is the next day. Low-key, I filmed this section of the video yesterday, but I was editing it and I didn't really vibe with what I was saying, so I'm filming it again. I did yesterday print out all my vision board photos and I've just cut them all out here. I still need to section them off into my different goals and then put them on my vision board, which I'll do at the end of this video. And then yesterday I started on my life binder. I feel like it's really dark. Oh no, there it is. So this is the binder I picked up. It does say documents on it, which, you know, I don't hate because I feel like these are important documents to me, so maybe people won't go in it. So the reason I've pretty much done a life binder is because I saw this idea at the end of 2023, start of 2024, and thought it was a really cool idea. I just didn't do it. Honestly, last year was a pretty good year, but I definitely did not focus on my goals at all. Kind of halfway through the year, my vision board kept falling off my wall and it got to a point where I just let it live on the floor and I completely forgot and gave up on my goals, and it perfectly correlated to where I was at in my life. I can't tell if I'm crooked or not. And yeah, I decided that I'm over it. I'm over not achieving my goals. I'm over like having the same dreams and goals every year and like never achieving it, or achieving it for a bit and then kind of giving up on it because I didn't create it, wasn't sustainable basically, or I didn't have the effort or the cares or the time to put into it. So I created this life binder kind of just to keep myself accountable and for it to be really cute. I love like writing stuff down. I have so many books, so many journals, bullet journals, like so many things. I keep all my like goals and checklists and stuff like that. So big spiel about why I chose to do a life binder. Yeah, I'm super excited. Like when I was doing it, I definitely felt very motivated and I made it look all cute and I love it. So basically in here I just have a mini vision board. So these squares, I basically just picked 4 pictures for each goal and then I put them in Instagram on the story, created them and then saved it, and I actually use these to create my phone vision board as well, which I've been staring at for a while. I've taken a little while to make my actual physical vision board and my life binder because I really want to be sure on my goals this year. I put them on my lock screen just to make sure they really resonated with me, making sure like this is the person I want to become. This was me and it wasn't like a trend. I wasn't just following someone else. Like I was doing it because I genuinely wanted this for myself. And honestly, like every time I look at my lock screen, I'm just like, that's my life. Like it's not my life right now, but it's gonna be my life. Like I can fully see myself in every single image. I can place myself in the jobs, at the gym, eating healthy, like all those little things. I can actually see it for myself. So I'm a little late. on it, but I'm really glad because I feel so sure of my goals and my vision for this year. Anyway, up next in my life binder is who do I want to be at the end of 2025. So I've literally just wrote out in present tense who I am at the end of the year. I split up into self/lifestyle, mindset, habits, routines, physical health, relationship with others, hobbies, finance, and career. Now that is a lot, but I feel like those are just the sections of my life, and they all kind of play into each other, like mindset and lifestyle and hobbies, like they kind of do all play into each other. Career and finance play into each other, but I really just wanted to be really clear about where I want to be at the end of the year. And I wrote a lot of them saying I'm grateful, like I am grateful for the job that I have. Don't know what that job is yet, just saying like I am grateful, I'm grateful for the life that I live, and just reading that even though it hasn't happened yet, but just kind of making my mind understand that it is going to happen. Next up, I have a list of goals. So for my goals this year, I do have a goal page, and then I also have 4 sections with their own goals. So with my main goal page, it's kind of just stuff that will have a short-term outcome. So for instance, read 12 books. That's very like short-term. Like I'll read, I mean I want to read more and be more consistent with reading, but it's kind of short term for me. Like it's more, I don't know how to explain it, but like going on a solo trip, that's short term. So some of this goals are more short term, but when I get into something like my mental goals, they are more things that I want to change, things that I want to implement for that long term success and that long-term change. So for instance, one is prioritize my happiness. So one thing I really want to focus on this year is prioritizing the things that make me happy and doing things that are hard and that I don't want to do but I know is going to be worth it in the long term in terms of my happiness, and really making sure I'm not doing things that aren't making me happy. So that's more like a long-term like lifestyle change. That's the thing. These are lifestyle changes. So for me to have like practice gratitude, meditate, journal daily, and do things that scare me and protect my peace, which I guess comes with prioritizing happiness. Next up is my physical goals. So these are just stuff like go to the gym, eat 3 meals a day, 2 liters of water, try different ways of being active, learn how to do my hair and makeup, very much like physical self. Next is my lifestyle. So all of these kind of basically is my lifestyle, but with lifestyle is more stuff like wake up early, and then in turn if I wake up early then my mental goals will be achieved. Learn to cook because I'm 25 and I still don't know how to cook and I need to be an adult. Spending time with my friends, raising my vibration, stuff like that, that again is like a long-term shift. And then last, probably my favorite, is my career page. So with my career, I've definitely changed it the past, I would say, couple months. I've kind of shifted in what I want to do with my career, and it's something that I've always wanted to do. It's something that's I've honestly wanted to do since high school, and I've always just been super scared to pursue it. I didn't know if there was a place for me in that industry, in that world. And I kind of got to the point where I was like, I have to at least try. And yeah, like when I look at my career page and the images I have on there, it makes me so excited. Like I just want to work so hard. I want to do as much as I can, like do whatever it is that I have to do in order to be in these images. And especially with career, I know that's not going to come straight away. Honestly, it might not even come this year. But just seeing it and knowing that this is what I'm working towards. I'm working towards being in this photo. Just inspires me so much. So yeah, it's my those are my goals. Next up, I have my affirmations. So I used to say affirmations all the time last year, and one affirmation I used to say all the time at the start of last year was money flows to me effortlessly and abundantly through multiple sources. Now I was saying this when I was unemployed. There was no job out there that was hiring. I had no idea what the rest of the year had to offer. I honestly was in such a dark place, but I kept saying this over and over again, and skip forward to now. I had technically three jobs. I had three sources of income last year, and I also did a lot of side jobs and contractor roles that also gave me extra money and experience. So I wholeheartedly believe in affirmations. So I have a whole list of them here that I'm going to say every single morning and like throughout the day. Next up is my reading list. So I just have the date that I completed it, the title, and my 3-star rating. I am aiming to read 12 books. I would love to read more because I do love reading. I just fell out of the habit. So I can see what books I have read. I do have a list on my phone, but I thought it would be nice just to like actually see it physically and like be able to write it down and like colour my little stars. It'll be really fun. Next up in my life binder, I have things that fill my cup. So these are just like 6 things that when I think of what will fill my cup, these things come to mind straight away. One of them is music. I have music from the time that I wake up to when I go to bed. I'm playing music. It can just brighten my mood so instantly, and even if I'm listening to a song that maybe isn't so happy, it makes me feel like I'm less alone. If someone else is going through the same thing, or I hear a song that relates to something that I'm going through, I feel more secure in how I feel, and I don't feel like an idiot for feeling those feelings. I don't know if that makes sense. The next thing is just spending time in nature, watching the sunrise, watching the sunset. I love watching the sunset at the beach, and I do not think I did that at all last year. And I remember when I first got my car at 17, I would watch the sunset all the time. I would drive to all these different views with my friends, like by myself, just to watch the sunset because I loved it that much. So I really want to get back into doing that, go with my friends, go with myself. Next, I just have a picture of my friends. Spending time with my friends, even if it's just a phone call, like brightens my mood so much. And I've been really in the habit of calling my friends, FaceTiming my friends when I can't see them, and it's been so nice. I just feel so connected, and I know that they'll always like have my back no matter what. So like I just have the best friends. Like I really do. I have the best friends in the world. Then I just have gratitude and journaling and reading. Gratitude, I really think changes your life. Like I truly believe if you write down 3 things that you're grateful for every single day for 2 weeks, you will see a shift in your mind. Like you will honestly see the biggest shift in your life, because it's so easy to go through life and feel like maybe you don't have things that other people have that you want, and almost being unaware of the things that you have. And I've definitely done that. Like I've taken for granted so many things that I've had my entire life. So when I sit down and, you know, maybe I don't really have anything to say, but I'll write down like, you know, I'm grateful that I have a room, my own room. I'm grateful that I've family. I'm grateful that I live with my parents. Like I'm so lucky to live with my parents still. I'm grateful for another day. I'm grateful that I woke up today. Like little things that can sometimes seem like nothing, but really is something so big to someone else. So yeah, love gratitude. And then lastly, things that fill my cup is dating myself and becoming my own best friend. Every time I go on a solo date, I feel so good. In the moment, I'm embarrassed. Not gonna lie, walking around the museum by myself is sometimes embarrassing. But anytime I get in my car, I'm like, oh, that was so much fun. Like, I have so much fun going to the museum by myself because I'm not by myself. Like, I have me, and that really fills my cup because it reminds me that like I'm enough. Like I am enough for myself, and it's just like a constant reminder of being my own best friend, making myself laugh, making myself smile, making myself compliments. Like the things I expect from others, like I give to myself first, and that makes me feel better. Sounds weird to compliment yourself, but trust me, it works. Okay, next in my life binder, so I could way too long for each page, is song of the month. So in here, I'm basically just gonna write down what song I've been vibing the most, what song I've been listening to the most. Spotify Wrap, I swear, does you so dirty. So this will be my own little version of a Spotify Wrap. So whether it's an album I've been playing on repeat or a song, I'm gonna write it in here, and then at the end of the year I can look back and see, oh, I forgot about that song, or like I forgot about the album. But one thing I do notice is I can tell exactly what point in my life I was at or what I was feeling, judging by the songs I was listening to. Like if I look back at my 2021 Spotify Wrapped, oh, break my heart. It breaks my little heart. The songs that were playing throughout 2021, that was the year of being in love for the first time, going through a really bad breakup, navigating a breakup while still being in love with someone. Like, it was crazy. So I can like vividly remember the emotions I was feeling when I look at that playlist. So I love that music can do that, and I think it's really cool when I look back I can be like, oh, so this is how I felt in January. Like, okay, like, yeah. Next is memory of the month. So I just have my little clouds. Oh, hello. And in here I'm just gonna write down something that I want to remember, something that felt really cool for the month. I'm also, side note, going to be writing down just on a little piece of paper things that made me really happy throughout each month, or like throughout the year basically, and putting it in a jar to read at the end of the year. So I did this in 2022. It was so cool to look back and just re-smile at the memories I had made and things I had done. Some of it was so simple, like I think one of them was like, oh, I went to a cafe with like my friends and we just talked and laughed. Like that makes me like smile, you know? So writing down those little things in a jar and putting it away and reading at the end of the year. I'm like, I'm super excited to do that. And then next is my calendar. So I made this little calendar on Canva. All of this was made on Canva. We are besties. So I have January with a little calendar, and then I have a quote and it says, the secret to your future is hidden in your daily routines. Now, how I'm going to achieve all of these crazy goals that I have, not even crazy, but I just have a lot of them, is by breaking them up and focusing on one group or one goal per month. So my goal for this month is my routines. So anytime I have my calendar, I'm going to find a quote that relates to my goal. So after my January calendar, I just have this and it just says focus with routine. And I have week 1, 2 and 3. I mean, I know there's 4 weeks in a month, but 1, 2 and 3, and in it has different focuses for my routine. So week 1 is about my morning routine, week 2 is my night routine, week 3 is like my day after work routine. And then underneath is one way that is going to help me achieve my morning routine. So for week 1 morning routine, or throughout the month, I'm going to try and wake up 15 minutes earlier and go to bed 15 minutes earlier each week, which obviously coincides with each other. And I'm also going to cut down on my screen time, which will help with my day routine, because then I'm not going to sit at home. Oh my gosh. So cutting down my screen time helps my day routine, because then like after work I'll come home and I won't just scroll for 5 hours until I go to bed. I'll actually like do stuff. So yeah, that's how I've done that. And then lastly is my habit tracker. I'm really proud of this, guys. Look, she's still stunning. So the way I did my habit tracker this year is I wrote down my habit, and then after my habit I have my action step. So I got this idea from Atomic Habits, and it's about like linking, it's about habit stacking and being really clear on your goals so that it makes it easier to achieve them. So for instance, I put gratitude, and then under that my action step is while drinking coffee at my desk. So I know that when I wake up and I go downstairs to make my morning coffee, I've got my coffee, so I'm going to sit at my desk and do my gratitude. And then I have affirmations. My action step is after gratitude at my desk. So with my action steps, I try to put what it's going to follow and then where it's going to happen. And I split my habit tracker up into the different sections. So I have my morning habits as one page, my night habits as a second page, other random habits like stretch, move my body, drink water, eat 3 meals, spend 1 hour on hobbies or learning, and that's its own separate page as well. And that just makes it a lot easier to track, a lot easier to see, and I can, especially with the morning and night habits, I can see if it's working, like is meditating in the morning working for me, or would I rather do it before I go to bed. So yeah, and I can see what I kind of prioritize, morning or my night time habits. But yeah, I really feel like this is going to keep me on track, also because I'm super excited just to keep designing it, making my calendar each month, and finding a quote and making my little like focus. Like I'm super excited to do all that. So this is, I really do feel like this is gonna work for me. It may not work for everyone. If you have an iPad or a laptop, honestly, like you can just make this and leave it on your desktop. Like you don't need to print it out. I just love, like I love writing. Pen and paper's always just been my thing, so that's why I did this. And if you haven't written your goals yet, I'm the type of person where sometimes when I see other people's goals, I do feel like maybe I should aim higher, or oh, should I put that on my vision board, or like is that something that we should be important? But another goal of mine that I haven't actually written down but is one of my outs for 2025 is following trends and like following what other people are doing, even if it doesn't resonate with you, it doesn't resonate with who you are. Yeah, so if you haven't done your goals and maybe you're feeling like, oh, should that Lamborghini be on my vision board, even though I don't like Lamborghinis, I like freaking Jeeps, then like don't put that on your vision board. Like definitely don't compare your goals to what anyone else is, because one, they are not you. Like they don't have your mind, they don't have your body, they don't have your spirit, and two, everyone's at different stages of their life and that might not be your priority right now. You know, like for me, my priority right now isn't to buy my dream car or to move out. It's to really just make sure that I am my best version of myself and I am living my dream life, and all that other stuff will come when it comes, like later on down the line, maybe next year I'm in a position to put that on my vision board. But yeah, definitely don't feel guilty about what goals you have, about what your focus is for the year. Like everyone is so very different and stuff like that is so personal that you really can't take it from anyone else. I think my biggest tips for achieving your goals is number one, do the work. Like yes, having a vision board, manifesting, all of that is great, but if you're just gonna sit at home, you're not gonna get that dream car, you know. If you're just gonna sit at home, you're not gonna get that dream body. So do whatever it takes, do whatever you're gonna do to achieve your goals and work towards them. And number two is, it might be a bit controversial, but tell people what your goals are or what you're working towards. I'm not saying go online, go on social media, scream it from the roofs, like no, but tell your friends, because I would have not had anything happen that happened last year had I been silent. Had I not said I want to work in social media, I never would have gotten my social media job that my friend saw and recommended me for. I never would have traveled to Wellington with AUT Sport to shoot content for them had I not gone up to them at the start of the year and said, I really want to do content, can I please just film for you guys, I'll do it for free, I just need to practice. Like none of that would have happened had I stayed silent. So obviously pick who you choose, because not everyone's going to be on your team, and even the people you think is on your team may not be on your team. So be careful with who you tell your goals to, but definitely tell the people around you. And if you know someone that can help you with that, like go and ask them, like go and tell them. I think I just got cut off. Anyway, what was I saying? If you know someone that can help you with your goals, go and tell them, go and ask them. Do it for free if you have to. Like get experience, gain connections, because you don't know what they're going to turn into. Me doing it for free, doing social media for free, turned into a contractor's role and a bunch of new connections who have also turned around and helped me out with this year with building my portfolio. So you never know where it can come from. Use the connections you have and actually like tell them what your goals are and get that support and get that help, and rely on your tribe to do what's best for you and to help you out along the way. But yeah, that's my big spiel. Now I'm gonna go paste all my photos onto my vision board. Maybe I'll put on some music. I'll put on some music, light a candle, have a little drinky, and let's get to vision boarding.